type of problem with the getting it right, and it ended up kept cutting me off. So I don't know why. It's just freaking normal. So I thought I would try it again a day later. So I haven't got no wrestling training this week, apart from the Unit 10 tapings, which are Saturday. Then I've got a show on Sunday, which I will try and record a match from that show, if my phone will allow me to. Because on the camera it'll let me record a match.
Radio check.
For
You're still clear, Dr. Lynch.
Okay, make my way to the D-deck reception area now.
Gives me,
I can access it through the forward grand staircase, right?
It's alright, the game's being a bit weird.
You'll need to park off to the side of the staircase this time, leaving the opening clear.
Oh, freaking out. So I'm gonna do another live virtual reality tour, but of the entire wreck. Bow section of the wreck, I mean. As you guys can hear, I'm playing Titanic ambience music in the background. The ambience playlist the Titanic ambience playlist I created. If you haven't already, go and check it out. It's free for anyone to listen to. I made it for people who struggle with anxiety and depression and sensory integration. I made that for people like you guys, and the same. And it's not just Titanic ambience music I've created. I've created WW ambience music, and also trying to think, Polar Express ambience music as well. It's alright, the game's being a bit weird, just throwing me about.
She took the blow along her starboard side.
Wasn't like this the last time. Wasn't like this the first time I did this. It's alright, you'll get used to it. You'll get used to it. There we go. That's the only remaining davit in the upright position. Just making up my way to the grand staircase, and then the tour will start. There we go. It's where one of the funnels once stood. That broke off during the first and second funnel broke off during the sinking of the Titanic. It wouldn't have been a nice thing to witness. It would have been terrifying.
What's with the patches of damage on the deck? I thought it would all deteriorate at the same rate.
The Titanic Honor and Glory game, the full game that is, you'll be able to witness the entire sinking, which will give you it will you'll experience the entire sinking, so you can see what it was like during all of that, what it was actually like. It would have been.
Aren't the subs supposed to be neutrally buoyant?
Absolutely.
I'm at the staircase, descending to D-deck now.
No joke, it would have been terrifying. Wouldn't have been very nice to witness. Hello, Kate. In case you guys wondering my sister Kate's got a YouTube channel as well. It's called Kate Ella Roberta. Well, you know what I mean. She's pronouncing's good a bit. Kate Ella Roberta Clarkswell, if I'm right. Correct me if I'm wrong. But anyway, if you haven't already, go and check her out. This is live for some of you that don't know. An actual live stream. I've done these before. I just don't do these very often. There we go. Now we're entering this part of the ship. We will go on the promenade deck at one point. I hope you guys were prepared for an extremely long stream. This is one of the many rooms on the ship. This is what someone would have stayed in. It gives you through the wall area. It gives you an easy access through where the bathtub is. So it's one of my. Well, I just like to explore on the the ship, as many of you guys would love to do that as well. This is what the only bit that remains of Captain Smith's bathtub on the wreck on this day. It's only the corner bit, and that's it. It's a shame, really. I feel sorry. I don't blame him. I don't blame Captain Smith necessarily. Basically, I think it was Bruce Ismay wanted the Titanic to make it to New York on the Tuesday, if I'm right. He wanted it to literally just make so that he pushed. Well, you get me, and you get the idea. I'm just trying to think, because there's just so much I know about a ship in general. So this is where John Phillips, which one you prefer, worked constantly through. This little device here is supposed to be recovered from the wreck. I don't know when, but there is an expedition happening right this second at the Titanic shipwreck, which is on the bottom of the Atlantic Ocean, which an expedition team are actually literally in the middle of recovering artifacts. That's what I would say anyway. This is the bedroom area. Not much remains of it, but you can see bits of the top bunk, which snapped in half during the sinking. The bottom bit of the bunk bed's still intact. You can see most of it. And I'm going to the wireless room. This is where Captain Smith will come in to see them, to tell him to get them to. So basically, to get them to help. Like, let anybody out there, the ship's wise, that was near the area, to let them know they were sinking. Well, you mainly get the idea, I'm pretty sure of it. And this device here, right in front of, that was used to switch off the set. That set is the emergency set. I was watching the last signals that what Tom Linsky, part-time explorer, was in before he left the Titanic on glory. I think it was before the team was made. Well, anyway, it's probably during that. But this is the emergency set, and that's the set they were using before the emergency set. Well, you get the idea mainly. So that was used to switch off the set, and this is absolutely incredible. This is amazing. This ship, they've done so well of recreating Titanic. I'm gonna go on to there is an easier way of getting on deck as well. I'm just gonna go down this way, it's corridor here. Before we do that, I'm gonna check out this room here. I reckon the bedroom area would have been that area. That would have been the bedroom area. I'm not 100% sure, but I'm just guessing really, because the bed's not really. The only bit that remains is the toilet and the bathtub, and that's it. No, mate, I don't know where the bed would have been. It would have been in this specific area I'm in, but it really does depend. Unless any of you guys know specifically where the bed would have been. It would have been in that room, where the wardrobe would have been somewhere about in here, something like that. So here we go. I'm just gonna go back down this way. We will see where the go to the wheelhouse eventually. What remains of it? There is photos out there of what the wheelhouse would have looked like. If you guys want to check the photos out, I totally recommend it. There is photos out there what the wheelhouse would look like. Unless you can find photos of them in colour, but there is some in black and white as well. This is the Conn and Glory are working on this Titanic Conn and Glory game every day, so they're working incredibly hard on it. So they're working constantly so hard on the game as well. My sister's played this game and all, so she really loves it. Feels like you're actually at the wreck more than anything. That's how realistic it looks. It feels like you're actually at the wreck. I'm gonna go back down this way. Thank you for 372 subscribers. I've lost count 'cause I've got so many subs. So thank you guys so much. If you haven't already, subscribe. If you want to comment down below in the chat which area you would love to see. I will totally go to that area. If you want, is there any area you guys want to see on the bow section of the Titanic? I will go to that area. I'll tell you a bit about that area and all. This is the only remaining davit crane in the upright position. The only one that's in the upright position as well. So it wouldn't have been. This was used to put lifeboats into the water, as you guys saw a bit of that of it in action during the sinking experience for you guys that have tried it. If you haven't tried it already, I'd totally recommend it. I've tried it myself. It's absolutely realistic. It makes you feel like on the Titanic. It feels like it's just so incredibly amazing. This is what remains of the wheelhouse. Go right. So if you want to comment down below anything related to the Titanic, your favourite part of the ship of the Titanic, comment down below in the chat. I would really appreciate that. So I'll tell you a bit about this area. I know roughly what happened in this area during the sinking. So the crow's nest was dead ahead, right and somewhere in front, and Frederick Fleet actually spotted the iceberg and rang three bells, which signals for object straight ahead, and rushed to the phone and said iceberg's dead ahead. And Murdoch was right in that area somewhere, saw the iceberg, did not wait, rushed to where the doorway would have been, which would have been somewhere right over where I'm looking, where the bundle of wood is, and shouted at the top of his lungs, which Hitchens was standing right here. And all Hitchens had from Murdoch was over there in that position, was hard to starboard, so he turned the wheel to your left. So it would have been terrifying. It wouldn't have been easy. So if you want to, it's Titanic's sister's anniversary in November, which is Britannic. She was a hospital ship. If she had survived all of the war itself, she would have been a cruise liner like her sister Titanic. If she had survived it, you can. If you haven't tried the Patreon of the Mediterranean, I totally recommend it. There is gameplays of it on YouTube of people playing it. So if you want to watch that, and totally recommend it. You can explore the ship as Britannic, as Hospital, and as Oceaniner, which is what she was intending to be. It's absolutely amazing. So now I think Murdoch was standing right about. Oh, that's another davit crane in the upright position. Murdoch was about here, where I'm standing right now, was looking straight ahead. All you could see was stars and interruption. And that's when he ran right over there and shouted at the top of his lungs, hard to starboard, and then Hitchens turned the wheel straight to your left. And then it wasn't enough, she struck the iceberg. It wouldn't have been a nice thing to witness at all. I'm gonna go back. Hang on, I'm gonna go into the promenade, which I promised. So, I was having a bit of trouble with the the connection yesterday because of the connection. I was trying to do a live stream yesterday, and the connection started playing up. My mum was with me when that happened, so we will go onto that promenade deck as well eventually, and show you. I'll go into cargo hatch too, show you guys the area, tell you a bit about that area. I don't know how in the hell I know so much about the ship in general. I've learnt from a lot from the Titanic University channel, which is one of Titanic and Glory's channels. So you haven't already, go and check it out. I totally recommend it. Tell you a bit about this area whilst I'm down here. The stairs would have been right somewhere in front of me. Murdoch was standing right up there when he saw a gush of water coming up to the deck where he was, and that's when it was chaos during the sinking, because there was a mob of men threatening to jump into the lifeboats, and I think it was one of the crew officers, I can't remember which one, comment down below if you can because it really would help me out, fired 3 warning shots in the air, and that wouldn't have been a nice thing to witness at all. So if you haven't already, go and check out the last signals film that Tom Linsky was in. So it's based on Jack Phillips, John Phillips, which one you prefer, and Harold Bride was telling the story of that, so it's based on that. So this is the promenade deck which James Cameron came on the actual wreck. He actually came and I had a proper good look of the area. He actually dived to the ship, lucky bugger, because it'd be a lot of money just to dive to it. It'd be about 95,000, something like that. I'm not 100%, but that's how much it would have been to dive to the actual wreck. It'd be a lot of money. So we will be going to that Pacific area in a minute, once I've had a good look at this promenade and the other one, which is the one below. This is amazing. This game's absolutely wonderful. I totally recommend it to you guys. To play it, you'll need a PlayStation VR headset. The one I've got now is it's got to be about something around about £200, something like that. They're a lot of money. The cheapest you can get is but the only cheapest you can get to a PlayStation VR headset is about 200, something like that. So yeah, I have done many quite streams on Star Wars Battlefront 2 before. There we go, this is incredible. This maze, and it feels like you're actually at a wreck. I know I've said it once before in this stream, so there we go. We will be going to the grand staircase area in a minute, once I've had a good look at that's one of the areas. As you can see, one of the chandeliers fell during the sinking. There we go. This will take a while to get to the other end. Whoa, this is incredible.